Hi everyone, welcome to Social Xwork. We provide all you need to know on Malaysian issues. Today, the topic that we're going to discuss is on Lynas. Lynas Corporation is an Australian rare earth mining company. Lots of people say that what Lynas is doing in Malaysia is actually harming our country. But before commenting, we should firstly understand whether Lynas is really dangerous. So, what is Lynas doing? Basically, they are processing a type of resource which called rare earths. These minerals are transported from the Mount Whale in Australia. The plant in Malaysia serves the function to produce separated rare earth oxide or REO products for sale. The products can be used in electric cars, petroleum refining, phosphorus in color television, displays of cell phones, rechargeable batteries, medical devices, and more. I don't understand chemistry much, but it sounds important. Basically, it is a non-separable resource in our life. Rare earths, if you still remember what you learned during secondary school, it is one of the set of 17 chemical elements in the periodic table. So, are they dangerous? There are plentiful rare earths in Earth's crust. It is not as little as uranium. Since it is so plentiful, then how could it be dangerous? So here's the concept. It is similar to water. Water makes up 70% of the surface of Earth. We need water, but too much water makes us drown. It is all depending on how we use them, how we utilize the resources. Rare earths are important in green tech, as what I mentioned, such as electric car. It can be described as a double-edged sword. It is good for green tech, but at the same time, the concern of most people is mainly on the environmental impacts in the course of production. Basically, there are three categories of waste that have been generated from the plant: 3 gypsum type waste, wastewater, and flue gas. Other than that, the WLP residue, water leach purification, which contains elements such as thorium, uranium, and heavy metals, are the byproducts of the rare earth extraction process. And these byproducts are reportedly have the ability to cause diseases such as bone, lung, or liver cancer. In Malaysia, we do have Atomic Energy Licensing Act 1984, and it governs the production, transportation, protection, requirement, and the storage of radioactive materials. In the other words, once these chemical elements enter Malaysian territory, it shall follow the Malaysian law and subject to the regulations. Despite of the existing laws and environmental reports submitted to the authority, doesn't mean that we are safe and free. Back in 2004 in United States, Moly Corp, it is a rare earths company in US, it was closed down due to underground water pollution. And China, the largest rare earth mining country, the process has contaminated farms and ponds. Even the leaders of Chinese Communist Party show up and admitted the mistake. Their leaders also say that everyone, including the business, shall pay for the cleaning bill. Wow, China. When gaining profit, you grip the resources like capitalists. When it comes to cleaning up the shit you have done, you want everyone to wipe your ass. It is equivalent to assignment made that shows up in the last meeting and posts on IG story with the caption, "We have done our assignment." But it's okay, back to our topic. Scientific research has shown that if these chemical elements and their products are handled carefully and ensure that there is no leak on the storage and such, the production itself is safe. However, the issue now should be shifted to the storage of the solid waste and the disposal of wastewater. Lynas once promised to send the waste back to Australia, while some politicians in Malaysia have threatened to send Chinese and Indians back to their home country. Yep, both are never done. Both sides never keep their promise. So, the government of Australia refused to accept the waste, and Tun Dr. Mahathir, when he was the Prime Minister, has also admitted that no country would want to accept the waste. So the reason why I bring this issue up is that The Atomic Energy Licensing Board, AELB, had on July 28 this year approved the usage of 202.35 hectare of land in Bukit Ketam, Pahang, for the construction of Permanent Disposal Facility, PDF. I usually use PDF to save my assignment, but Lynas uses that to store the radioactive waste. This area is used to store the waste that no country wants to accept, and once the area is being used, it can only be developed after the period of 300 years, Who knows what is going on in 300 years? Our nation only achieved independence 63 years ago, and it has already turned out to be like this. There are only two things that I'm so sure that won't change after 300 years. The first one, tak akan Melayu hilang di dunia, as what Hang Tuah said. And the second thing, the politicians still love money more than his people. Rather than looking into the future, as we can't predict the future, we can look back into the history. The 1982 Bukit Merah radioactive pollution. I was not born yet, but the scenario at that time was similar to the current one, where both of them process rare earths and receive complaints by the public but doing nothing. The only difference is that there is nothing serious happens to Lynas yet. The processing plant at the time disposed radioactive waste illegally to nearby town. 7 were dead due to the pollution, and a few cases of birth defects and leukemia happened within 5 years after incident in the community of 11,000 residents. So basically, there is no way for us to stop Lynas because Malaysia can earn up to 100 billion ringgit Malaysia in this sector for the next 10 years. So we, the society, the people, have to question and pressure the MP in your constituency to raise this concern in the parliament. Don't let the issue settle down. Keep track of the progress of the construction of PDF, and keep in mind, there is no longer the matter of political parties. Don't keep quiet when PH is the ruling party, and don't find excuse for Barisan Nasional, Perikatan Nasional, or Muafakat Nasional. Don't be like Wong Tek from Bentong.